Welcome to the ASMR GT.
Those that are listening probably just had their fucking ears taken off. There's nothing left in that.
You know what? We don't need a joke. That's our intro.
Here at the glass table, we're just like
I
you.
like to play football, I like to watch football, and I like to talk about football.
Yay. I like to play football and I like to watch football and I like to talk about football.
But we do things a little bit differently around here.
That could be a dream, Jared. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na.
Stupid sexy.
Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Glass Table. It's episode 104. We're back for what is going to be the most interesting chatty bull. Yeah, that's a word. Talking episode ever. It's the middle of November, and we have more to talk about than we would in say around 17, which is interesting. But episode 104. It's a pretty special episode. It's probably out of 10 how much I really enjoy spending time with my co-host, who's Jared Thomas. Welcome, JT.
That was very, very good.
Yeah, that one's for the latest and brownie points.
Well, it's fantastic to be here with you two, and very, very glad to be joining time. And you're right, we have so much to talk about. It feels like we haven't recorded in 2 weeks, and everyone decided, all right, here's everything. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
here is everything going. And we knew a few things were coming. We knew there was going to be probably some fixture stuff. Obviously, we know the draft's coming up in a couple of days. We knew there'd be a few different things to chat about. The last thing, which we'll definitely get to, and I'm sure we'll have various chats about, that I thought we'd be talking about would be a wild card round in 2026, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, fair to say that caught us both by surprise.
That was not on the bingo card, was it? They're not in the off-season
On a
bingo
surprise,
card.
you know what I mean? Like, usually they're pretty predictable. That one, I saw that and I was like, geez, did not expect that.
They really shoot from the hip sometimes, don't they?
I liked it. I was
Yeah,
impressed.
yeah. I don't like the idea, but I like the fact that they were ballsy and just said, "Hey, here you go,
Here it
have
is.
this, yap about this one."
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about that a bit later. There's a lot to talk about, as you said: fixtures, fixture reveals, wild card, state of origin, AFL draft, the AFLW. Um, yeah,
State of Origin, blokes coming back, training,
oh
just
yeah, jumpers, jumper reveals, numbers. Yeah, lot happening, and you know what? It's making for a stupid sexy off season.
I was waiting to see how you were going to get there.
I always get to stupid sexy land.
Yeah.
Stupid sexy.
AFL player.
AFL stupid sexy players and stupid sexy things. This is a segment that, if you aren't familiar with the show, we talk about stupid sexy things happening in in the AFL. Essentially, it used to be stupid sexy players, but people got woke.
And we ran out of players. That's the main.
Yeah, well,
We can blame people going to work. I think the main thing is we just started running out of blokes to talk about.
not a lot of talent kicking on the field at the moment.
No, it's a bit unfortunate. We're in a bit of a lull period, but that's okay.
Yeah, and they're also some quite young.
Yeah, it gets a bit creepy if we do the other way. So
I
we'll,
look forward to seeing their graduation certificate first. But it comes with good things, because sometimes, we pick super sexy players and they go from being on their L's and becoming full-flighted trade period goss. Bailey Humphreys.
I was going to say Bailey Humphrey. That's exclusively about you, my friend. He was originally one of the early days picks, and now he's really good at footy. So.
Love watching. No, can't say that. Love watching my people develop. I will say that. But you can kick us off this week.
Absolutely. Well, like you said, we're obviously run out of players, so this time we're going with just some stupid sexy things that we are obviously enjoying in the AFL world, the AFL space, and the best part about this time of year, as we always put it, is fixtures, and the best part about it is fixture reveals, obviously, which everyone thoroughly enjoys. Like it's a well loved tradition across the whole league. Basically, everyone enjoys it, unless you Collingwood and don't do one at all, which was strange. But there is one specific team that I very, very much enjoyed their fixture reveal this year, because it was one really simple, but they knew their target audience and they fucking nailed it. And as the Fremantle football, the Freo Doggers just knew exactly what to do. The only way I think they could have done it better is if you had the classic Wild Motor Sports intro coming in, which they didn't quite. But man, Freo's fixture reveal was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, please go and have a watch and come back to this, because it's an all-timer. It's really, really good.
It's so on topic as well, because we were talking about it off air, and it's kind of a linkage of Stupid Sexy, because I have no doubt many of the people that watch this show, or many of the people in general, just will sit there from Friday to Tuesday, ball by ball, just down the line, and you'll see some rip snorters like you saw in the history of the Ashes and in that Freo fixture reveal. And yeah, it's really, really good. I liked it a lot too. And the fact that the first test is in Perth just makes it even more.
Yeah, it was just perfect. Do you remember, like, watching the video, do you remember what delivery yours was? Like, do you remember what delivery was the one that you got bought out? Because I know what mine was.
Well, the Mitchell Johnson one to I actually don't know what Ports was. I just remember the Mitchell Johnson one just barreling through Alistair Cook, and that's arguably my favourite delivery ever.
That's a good one. That's a classic. The Saints one, we were just caught plumb. The most plumb LBW you've ever seen in your entire life. And I was like, you know what? Pretty good result. Could have had one where the fucking middle stump was pinwheeling, but in fact, we just a good one that just got us on the pads. So I was actually okay with that. I was like, you know what? That's a good result.
I'm not sure what Ports was, but I'd guarantee if we were ever to get out in cricket, we'd chop on. Honestly, I think we're the type of team to chop on.
You would hit wicket.
Yeah, I know. We're
just
stepping on our own fucking stump,
and then fall over, and then just fucking smack the stumps on the way down.
Do you know what's funny? If this was done in COVID, West Coast wouldn't have a team. They'd have to ask for that. They'd message around the league. Oh, boys, you got any availability on Saturday? We need 11th. We need a 10th and 11th man.
Yeah. Fantastic. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was very, very fun time. So congratulations for you. What is your Stupid Sexy this week?
Well, we mentioned it briefly. Players coming back from off-season. First to 4 years players, and we're getting into the territory that's your favourite of training the house down and everything like that. But my favourite sort of thing is players that get injured during the year and they have long-term injuries, and they, they'll either break their collarbone or rupture their Achilles, or ACL or whatever. But seeing them come back and run is a nice feeling. That's a real motivator. And mine goes to Sam Powell-Pepper, because this bloke's done 2 ACLs now in the space of 24 months. And just seeing him there with the coaches, but also more importantly, he's doing it in front of the first and 4 year players, which just sets a great example for will and hard work and work ethic and everything. So just wanted to pay homage and credit to SPP, because he's back. And I tell you what, Port missed him this year, and if he comes back in the second half of the year fit and firing, good fucking luck.
He's going to be a very angry man when he comes back, I feel. He's missed a lot of footy, and he's going to be like, right, let's time to fucking start putting some work in, I think.
He still scares me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one. I love that. It happens, it happens league-wide. Like, you get to see the boys starting to run for the first time. Happened with Max King this off-season, like you see him running laps around the track, and I'm like, yeah, like that's the man kind of thing. And like just seeing him move at a pace, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Like the boys are coming back. But it's very, very good to see. And like you're seeing it all across the league with guys that obviously there's preseason injuries, like happens every team cops probably one long-term injury in the preseason, and now this sort of the time where they kind of work themselves back into it kind of thing. And yeah, like I said, even sometimes it's injuries during the year where it takes a fair chunk out of them, but they're back. It's like first day preseason, they're ready to go kind of thing. Paddy Dow, was in this time last year, was in hospital because he had an infected knee, and he's, out there with the 1 to 4 year players giving handballs and stuff like that. And I'm like, here we go. Like the boys are working back in. So it's very, very nice. And you can tell they're very happy about it too. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, you're right. Right across the league. I mean, Jagger Smith is probably absolutely tearing the house down to finally play a game of footy and everything like that. And it's pretty cool. The one thing about the 1 to 4 year players, now this is what grinds me, right? And I understand, you've got to have them come back a bit earlier because they either haven't played footy for a while, and you have the older guys, take a bit of extra time and everything like that. But we're almost getting to a point where it's fucking pointless having 1 to 4 year players come back before, because everyone else just comes back anyway.
I was going to say 1 to 4 year players is such a broad fucking term because, looking at home at a secure example, the first day, it was mostly 1 to 4 year players, and I think there was 2 that were holdovers, like Cooper Sharman and Mason Wood. Fair, that's fine. Everyone else is doing what they need to. By Friday, fucking everyone was there. Wilkie was out there. Rowan Marshall was out there. And it was like, he's the last guy you'd expect to be coming back straight off the bat. It was like, bid in the fucking whole 1 to 4 year thing. Just pick a date. How about, because there's like a 2-week block where it's meant to just be 1 to 4 years. So it's like last week and this week now, and then everyone else comes back. How about you just meet in the middle, cut that first week off, and go from tomorrow, everyone's back. It's pointless. It's fucking pointless.
Or just get the 1 to 4 years together, but make it unofficial.
Yeah.
Don't announce it, and then just have a ceremonious day 1 of preseason together.
Yeah.
Like when Port Adelaide posted, this little mini montage of Josh Carr writing day 1 on the whiteboard. There was collectively about 80,000 Port fans in the state of South Australia that had an erectile thing in their pants.
We are back.
Yeah.
There's never a time of more hope than the first week of preseason before there's been any injuries. To be fair, for Port Adelaide, that lasted approximately half an hour before Horn Francis went down. But there is never more hope among all fan bases than that 1 week, because there hasn't been any injuries yet. They're not doing hard match sim where they'll get the serious contact injuries or anything like that.
Still wearing sinkers.
Everyone is at the full fucking flight, and you're like, look at them go. So hold on to it, everybody. Hold on to the hope, because it's the time. But like you said, or like I said, didn't last very long for Port because Horn Francis went down literally immediately. Probably 25 minutes into that.
The man took a step. He took one step and then went straight back off. He was like, nah, this isn't for me. But in saying that, you might have your best players come out and train. And, we talk about how exciting it is to train the house down. What about the fucking players that come out and they're like, oh, we don't have a club, but Jackson Binns goes to the Essendon. And it's like, I'm going to win you a 2K time trial. Sign me up.
Trading the house down, like I've said many times before, it's my favourite time of footy year, because you just see Jackson Binns is a perfect example of that. Just blokes that aren't very good, but they'll win a time trial, and it's like, look at him, get out there. Harry Sharp is the king of this. Harry Sharp wins this block of training every year, regardless, because he'll win all the time trials, but he's not very good at footy. so he just keeps rolling through. But it's my favorite time of year because, you just get some really niche characters rolling around. A few boys going into training sessions, you don't play there. That looks bizarre, and it's fantastic. You also see players going on radio begging for their careers to come back. Tom Mitchell did that this week. Sam Frost. And that was really fun.
It's funny because you speak about Tom Mitchell, and it's like you have ball magnets, bro.
Go on that. Talk on your own thing. Yeah, it's incredible. I love this time of year. Just for that example. Also, players that are playing but haven't played a lot or are sort of on the outer, but they've come back and they're in fucking fit shape, and it's like, oh, maybe they're on for a good one here, and you see the photos come through, and you're like, oh, hang on a minute. I know Port had one of Bergman come through that everyone was talking about. West Coast had one of Harley Reid, obviously. We had one of Darcy Wilson. There's just all the young. Yeah, I
Yeah.
am Darcy Wilson. But like, it's all the young players of each team. They get one photo each, and it's like, oh, he's bloody filled out a bit, hasn't he? Fuck it hell, look at him.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There are fans out there, and me included. You'll watch the little mini montage or the video edit of the boys in the gym. You're like, oh, from a surface level, it's like, ah, oh, cool. Well, I'm happy with all the lads are in the gym, killer. But then there's some fans that are watching that, and it's also just, oh, I'm gonna pause, look at their muscle tone, pause,
What's a little bit bigger than the
replay,
other one?
go back to the other one. Oh. Jace Berg one looks a bit bigger. Oh, go back. Oh, Corey Durden's a fit motherfucker. Go back in. Like, it's funny how much we study our players.
We all become fucking like physio experts. We all become absolute weapons of physiology and body structure and shape and everything like that. And we're like, oh, he's looking a little bit big, don't you think? I don't know if these BMI is going to suit. I think he's going to lose a bit of his top speed. And it's like, shut the fuck up. We don't know anything. Like, it's just guys rolling around a training track.
Yeah, yeah,
Love it.
I'm just jealous they can run and I can't. Like, oh, killer! You ran a 2K time trial. I would love to run 2 meters.
That'd be great.
You know, some say as well. Zach Merritt. Actually, we didn't finish last in the Hawthorn time trial either
because he didn't rock up. Awesome. That was the biggest blow up ever. I think Xander Maguire does good stuff, but that was hilarious because it was like Zach Merritt isn't there today, and it's like he was at a wedding. Like, it's fine. Like, if he didn't have the wedding, he probably would have rocked up. But it was like a wedding, and not just like a random person, but it was a former Essendon player's wedding. Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, he's all right. He's allowed to miss it. It's fine.
Yeah, but also you do sit there and you're like, oh yeah, killer. First to 4-year players are training hard, training full on. And I'm looking at stories of blokes still getting pissed in the US, and I'm like,
who's rolling around still?
Do you reckon players? Now this made me cackle, and I'll use Zach Butters as an example. You have absolutely every right to do whatever you want in the period you have off, and I am all for that. Player welfare is number one priority. But it's piss funny when they'll post a dump, and you're like, oh, killer! He went to this famous location, went to this NBA game, he went to the NFL, and right in the fucking middle of the dump. Picture of them in the gym. They just need a hit. They just need to tick the box.
We are trying. We're trying a little bit.
A mirror selfie. And you're like, they never post them. But it's all right, smack bang in the middle of the dump. They're like, he's been working out in the gym in the middle of the hotel at 3 a.m. in the morning.
You got to prove it. You got to prove that you're doing it still. I love that. I also love the ones where the players where you can tell they really enjoyed it because every single photo in the swipe, they're holding a beer of some kind. My favorite one of any of our players is Marcus Windhager because it goes video of him taking a drive off the tee box, having a beer in New Zealand. Taking a video of him taking a drive off the tee box, having a beer in the snow. Drive off the tee box, beer in the woods. And it was just like Marcus Windhager has done 2 things over the holidays, and it was drink beer and play golf.
Yeah. Pretty sure Mitch Georgiadis was the same as well. I don't think I ever saw a story without him not holding a big long neck either.
Mm.
To be fair, we've both been doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a natural time of year to do it. And, you know, it's the perfect time of year to do it. You don't get any other opportunity, so you may as well just do it now.
Yeah, well, you're getting in preparation for what's to come, which is next year. And next year's got a fixture now. And it's a fixture. It's definitely something.
Certainly a fixture. It's certainly one of the fixtures that the AFL has ever put out.
I reckon this might be a, sort of in the minority of a sort of an opinion, but I think they've nailed the first half of the year.
Yeah.
I reckon they've nailed your big games, your big moments. And like I look through the fixture through opening round and round 1, you can't go wrong. You can't get that possibly wrong in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Like we look at opening round, it's officially announced. We've already seen it. Sydney Carlton, Gold Coast versus the Cats on the Friday night. You've got the Hawks and Giants. This genuinely looks like what the first week of finals would be.
Yeah.
In certain years, besides
Yeah.
the Saints being there, which is okay for now. But then you move into into round one, and it's like, all right, cool. You got your traditional Carlton Richmond Friday, Essendon Hawks, which on in the media it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a bloodbath on the Bombers. And then you look at Dogs Giants, Pats Freo, Sydney Lions, Pies Adelaide. Look at that. That Saturday is underrated.
To me, round one, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, is peak fixturing. That is as good as you're ever going to get it, because you get your classic Carlton Richmond, and then they were just like, we know what people want to see. So they went, here's your Essendon Hawks. Here's your Cats Freo is amazing. Dogs Giants is going to be a banger to start Saturday. Swans Brisbane's always great. Collingwood Adelaide have this now rivalry, which is awesome to see as well. They have nailed it. And then I loved it on the Saturday. They were like, and everybody else, just do it. Just play and just hope and just see what you can do. But they have nailed Thursday, Friday, Saturday of round one. So I will give credit to the AFL. People can talk to you about it all the time. Give credit to the AFL in this situation. They've done very, very well.
Then you look at the next key focal point of the year, and you got to gather around, and they've absolutely messed this one up to an absolute T. It's diabolical. Kicking off the gather round for the Blues fans. Well, the Blues fans can travel for Thursday and probably go back on the Friday, because that's going to be an absolute belter. Collingwood Freo, I love. I think that's a great
one. That's a great
matchup. I hate the dirty work of Brisbane in gather round, and you've done the TikTok already on this, but it's just so unfair that this is the back-to-back premiers, and they've been given the 12:05 time slot. If I'm Brisbane, and I'm sorry if you're a Brisbane fan in Adelaide, and I know a couple, I am on the first flight out of the Barossa. I don't care if the plane is paper. I'm taking off. I'm getting out of there. Flying in the Friday night, leaving first thing after the game Saturday. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah. It's just annoying. They've done them dirty again, the Lions. And people like to say, it's like, no, they don't have a big enough fan base. I think they do. They do have a big enough fan base. They got Victorian fans and Queensland fans. They've got enough to be able to do it. And the great thing about Gather Round is it doesn't really matter if you don't have a massive fan base, because everyone will watch the game anyway. You could have just swapped this and Essendon Melbourne and it would have been fine. And it would have literally been fine. People would have gone to it. You know what I mean? You do it, you don't give it at the prime time of the Saturday night or whatever, but you put it at the Adelaide Oval as a double up. Yeah, it's just annoying.
Even I reckon even swapping a team, maybe do North versus Melbourne at the Barossa, and then you have Brisbane versus Essendon.
Yeah, exactly. And then that solves two problems, which is you put Brisbane at Adelaide Oval, and you stop doing Melbourne fucking Essendon. Why? The whole point of Gather Round is it's just you can mess it around a bit because you're all in the same state. Start fucking fixturing different teams against each other. Carlton and Adelaide have already played. Essendon and Melbourne have already played.
Going based off of this year as well, I think Melbourne might win this game.
They're a sniff now. Is our bet still valid from the last time where it was?
Oh, absolutely. Null and void. We're starting again. But then, you have. I think this is a waste of a game as well. The Swans Suns at Norwood, although it's a great attraction to get people to Norwood for that game. But honestly, I'm putting this on the Friday double up.
The early Friday game.
Because you know how hard it is to get from Norwood to the Adelaide Oval with a crossover time of 20 minutes, and you've got all those living in Adelaide. It's terrible. It's like you may as well just walk because it's diabolical.
It is impossible. I was there last year. just parking in and around the area. They shut off all the streets around it, so it's fucking difficult to get anywhere. If you need to get an Uber, you have to walk a fucking mile to go and find one. Like it's a lot. Like it's heaps to have to do.
Good game though, and we've been eyeing this one off. The Hawks and the Dogs should be a belter at that level. Done that right. Cats, Eagles, another one of those double ups at Gatherround is just diabolical. Giants, Richmond is a nothing game. I'm surprised they've done that at the Barossa, considering how difficult it is to get back from the Barossa to Adelaide, and in particular the fact that
any Giants fans to make the trek, which is like, I suppose that's fair. So.
But also, what if some people of that game want to go to the Adelaide Oval and watch the actual best game of the round, which will be the car versus the free agents.
The car versus everybody else in the league.
I said this in my fixture video. This is actually the game I want to win. Because there's a very good chance Paul could be 4-0.
True. It's true.
Who am I kidding? It's Port. We'll be 5-0 after this. It's going to be a sad plane ride home for you, Chief.
Good thing we're not getting the plane ride home. Because I'm playing Adelaide the week after.
Oh, even worse. You have to stay in Adelaide and listen to the media.
Hey, there's every chance. Oh, I was about to say there's every chance the Saints are before and over. We played Giants and Brisbane leading up to that one.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then you beat us. So yeah, that's obviously the first 5 rounds, and then everything else, as filters through and things like that. But yeah, like I said, it's a fixture that there's 2 things I want to get rid of with the fixture. It's the floating fixture, because we simply don't need it anymore. And I understand the basis of trying to get the best value for your back end of the year and everything like that. It works okay for, look at the last round last year, had Dogs Freo at the end and everything like that. But I hate floating fixture for people that want to travel and have to book flights and accommodation so early on due to their work. The other thing I absolutely hate is the ruining of Friday night football with double headers. Now, I understand they want to make Thursday night fixture almost a premier fixture now of it. But what it is we've seen Friday night footy be the pinnacle of football. It should be the game of the round played Friday night, 2 best teams of the week playing at it, and it should be on a standalone. Right? It's not a prime time fixture anymore because you have something happening in Perth or at the Gold Coast or in Darwin. And it's back to back to back weeks. You have double up games and double headers, and it's just like they have clashes, and it's ridiculous. And then it just undermines Friday night football as well. You're like, oh, cool, Port's got 3 Friday night games this year. They're all behind a bloody paywall. Where's the success in that? We've seen over the years Channel 7 in the early days build it up. We've seen Channel 9 almost become the prestige nature of what Friday night footy was. And even through finals and everything, Friday night football, we grew up with it, and it's like, that's what we want. That's the game you want to play. You go into the weekend, you have a win. It's like, I don't have to stress.
Yeah.
Doubleheaders are just pointless. They're just ridiculous. And I understand there's reasonings behind, we want to cut back on 5-day breaks and 6-day breaks. Blah, 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 blah. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish, especially when you're giving the Cats an 11-day break between playing Easter Monday and playing a Thursday against the Crows the week before. They don't care about breaks.
No.
Couldn't give a stuff.
It's not breaks. It's broadcasters wanting prime time spot, like Fox and 7, both wanting the premier Friday spot. So they go, fuck it, we're going to give both of you one then, kind of thing. That's all it is. And like the point that I was going to make, and you said it right in there. Growing up, you get to the end of your week, finish school on a Friday, or you finish work on a Friday, and you go, fucking footy's on in a couple of hours. Like, you get home, finish school, say, at 3:30, get home at 4, and I'm literally sitting in front of the TV. I'm watching fucking the news. I'm watching Better Homes and Gardens. I know that it's 7:40. I know that it's 7:40. I get to watch like Carlton Collingwood at the G on a Friday or something like that. And I'm like, that's footy. Like, you know, being able to just know, like, everyone glues themselves to a TV to watch the game. And that's what I think, like, Friday, there are some spots where you should never just have two games go at the same time. I've always been I hate the double up on a Saturday. I understand why they do it, because you have to put them somewhere kind of thing. But I hate, like, the double Saturday night games just because I always want to watch as much footy as I possibly can. My whole thing is, like, put it on there. And I think the AFL don't quite understand that people really do want to do that. Like, no overlaps. They just someone wants to sit in front of a TV and go from 1 o'clock on a Sunday to 7:30 on a Sunday and just watch footy the whole time, kind of thing. I don't think they've, like, got that fully in them. So yeah, that's the bit of the fixture that, like, I like the games. I like the way the games they've put together will be good. I just don't think the time slots are good at all.
I don't think it's fan friendly. And you want to talk about fan friendly? Throwing a wild card round in there, and this is my thing. You know, we talk about games played. We talk about games in terms of length and shortening them and all this stuff. They've changed the rules so it accommodates for this. So we're cutting seconds out of the game, all of that stuff to accommodate for fans, and yada, yada, yada. It's complete bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Money.
Exactly. You want to, it's an extra finals round, wild card round. No, it's an extra game. Teams have to play.
G. Yeah, it's an extra game where you can fill out the G.
It's not accommodating for fans, because you know what has to happen? If Port and the Saints have to play in a wild card round at the G, we'll have to fork out an extra $120 plus flights, plus accommodation just to go watch, or vice versa.
I know. It is not fair. It's literally
a piss take.
It's trying to take money. It is just trying to take money. And let's just call it for what it is. It's also not a wildcard round. Let's stop pretending that it's a wildcard round. We have a 10-team finals now. They just didn't want to call it that. They didn't want to say we're letting 10 teams into the finals. So they were like, oh, it's a wildcard round. No. That's not what it is. You've got 10-team finals. They've come out and said if you win, it counts as a finals win. So it's 10-team finals. That's what it is. I had this thought the other day, and it is absolutely, like, it's absolutely what it is. They market it as, oh, now 10 teams can win it. You know, like, you're in it for longer kind of thing. You've actually taken it down from 8 to probably only 6 teams that are going to be able to win it, because you've eliminated 7 and 8's possibility to win it at all. The Dogs 2016 flag will never happen again, because 7th and 8th cannot win it anymore. In trying to say that you can win more games, you have made it impossibly hard for 7th and 8th to ever do it again, which means you have now cut the teams that are realistically going to win it from 8 to 6. That's what they've done. And yeah, you've just tried to just do it for money. And the thing is, they know that they will. They know that they'll get fans there, because you still want to go and watch footy. I'm not coming out and saying that I don't want to watch footy. I do want to watch footy. Absolutely, I do. But you're talking about, yeah, even like any team that's outside of Victoria, the chances of you playing a Victorian team in those are obviously more higher than anywhere else, which means you're likely going to have to travel any other one outside of your state kind of thing, meaning you're likely to have to travel for interstate fans. It becomes impossibly hard. For Victorian fans, it's a little bit easier, maybe, but again, you might still have to travel as well. They'll market it with finals ticketing prices. They won't market it with round 24 ticketing prices. They won't find a little happy medium. They'll just give you finals ticket prices. Yeah.
Throw in opening round, and now all of a sudden you've got 27 games that you're going to be playing. And it's like,
I don't understand players.
Yeah, like, that's just what grinds me, is the fact that there is no welfare in this at all. Yeah. And if you make the top 10, well, great. You've got an opportunity, and there's theatre to it, and I understand all of that. But it's just really annoying to have this whole contrivement of rule changes and everything for the betterment of the game. We care about our fans. And you know what? The AFL will post, we've got record membership attendances. We've got record attendances across the league. We've got great opening round viewership and this and that. I get it.
When they post like, we've had an attendance record, I'm going to be like, we have extra games every year. You just keep adding
35 games for the year.
You just keep adding a game every time. That's why you're winning. That's why you're getting attendance records. It, like, obviously, like, I, as a fan, I don't like it. Like, I don't enjoy it. As like an employee of a club, very beneficial for us, I think. Like, obviously, I work in content. It is an extra week's content. Like, you look at the end of round 24, if we'd finished 10th, we were close to 10th sort of last year. Well, not really a chance, and we knew we weren't going to make it. You add extra 2 teams, gives a lot more engagement and a lot more possibility and all these kind of things. So selfishly, in terms of like an employee standpoint, pretty good. But as a fan, like you said, it's not fan friendly at all. It's very club friendly and league friendly and broadcaster friendly, but it's not fan friendly, which sucks.
Well, can't wait for them to take my money and go watch Port take on the Hawks 7th v 10th and we win.
I was just about to say, as much as I'm talking shit, will be really funny when Essendon play Sydney at the G and Sydney rampant.
Can't even fucking win a round card round, lads. You know what I
mean? Will objectively be funny. And I'll still watch it. Like I said, while I can talk shit about it, I will still watch it because I like footy and I'm not going to not watch it if it's on. Just sucks a little bit.
Yep, definitely be tuning in after tonight. Just fucking tuning in. Footy's on, lads. Don't worry about that. Oh, man. Someone's car's got their tyres stolen in a suburb. What a shame. When's the footy on?
Yeah, Friday night footy.
Speaking of more games.
Yes.
More fucking cash going to the State of Origin now as well. We got a game.
Oh, yeah.
This is what will happen. One. We'll end up with 35 games for the year and we'll be playing in February.
You know what? Shoot me, right? But just hear me out for a second here.
Here we go.
Bin your Origin and stuff. Bin that shit off. Bin your opening round, whatever. It is too much footy. Way too much footy. But if you manage to get it that there is 34 rounds in a year, so you play every team twice, one home, one away, that is the purest fixture you're going to get. That would stop any of this whole fucking fixture difficulty bullshit that we talk about. Stops all that. However, way more footy than you need to play. like an obscene amount of footy. What you would then have to do is, if you were going to try and push it up to 34, you would then have to shorten finals to like an actual 6-team comp, or like even a 4-team comp. Like that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to you would literally have to turn it into like a 4-team, like local finals, like a local finals series kind of thing. If you were going to try and extend it, so then you get a little bit more of a break at the end. But in my
mind, you're going to throw in Tassie.
Fucking yeah, bullshit.
And then all of a sudden, there's 19 teams. You know, you're going to 36, and you know what? There'll probably be a team coming from Canberra, a third WA team.
They'll do a 20th team. They'll do a 20th team, and then you have to play 19. So yeah, it would never do it. They would never do it. But if you were in the interest of making the fixture as easy as possible, you do it that way. But instead, we have Origin, Victoria versus WA in February. Which, again, is one of those things. I don't like it, but I'm going to watch it.
I'm going to watch it, but I already hate what they're doing with it.
To be fair, like I would not. Obviously, like there's poor players that will be playing in it, but like if you were like an SA, just regular like SA fan, you'd just be like, I'm not going to watch this. So what's the point?
No, because if I'm watching that and I'm watching Zach Butters move around and all of a sudden he starts limping, or even worse, starts high-fiving Bontempelli and like Ed Richards, and I'm like,
giving him hugs and stuff.
Stay away. Go, sub him out. Just do something with it. Take him off. Like, yeah, the State of Origin is just going to give fans, and if you're Victorian, you're going to love it because you're supporting Victoria and everyone. I know the Vics will get involved about that. Don't worry. The WA people, well, they'll be that far behind. They'll be still watching the 90s one, but like just sitting there and you're watching anxiously. You know, this is going to be played in February, and it's like, oh.
That's all it does. It just makes you really stressed about like who's coming, kind of thing.
Yeah, it got me excited this year because like we had the Indigenous All Stars versus Fremantle, and like Horn Francis had 30-3, and I was like, oh, bravo.
Good year ahead.
But then at the same time, like if there's a hamstring and delays it, and then all of a sudden you're playing a week later in the community series and then everything like that. Yeah, it's.
I'm less passionate in terms of like, I really didn't want the wild card. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the concept of it. Like, I'm okay with the concept of it rotating around the states and stuff like that. That's okay to me. Just because, like, it's cool to see the states get represented in some way. Like I'm like that's fine. I'm so okay with that. But I understand it's like, man, it's just a stressful game that you're just sitting there for 4 quarters and you're like, just please don't fucking break anything. Like just no one get hurt. Like just
and
it'd be fine.
the other thing with this is I've seen Gary Lyon, Bont do the the announcement of the players and everything, and Gary Lyon's like, yeah, we're here to win, we're here to this. It's manufactured.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think
I'm seeing right through you, Gaz. You and your
Yeah.
big fluffy beard. I can see right through you. And I'm just like, I will field the state of origin on the night, I reckon.
Yeah,
I
I
reckon
think-
that's when you're like, all right, okay. If they're taking it seriously and there's a brawl and shit, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm buying in. But
I'm
none
back
of
in.
this cheap talk.
Nah, the
because
lead
it's-
up where it's just like, oh, yeah, I don't think WA is that good. It's like, who cares, man? Like, especially when like you're looking across and it's like Bont and Cripper, but they're just like mates. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's the two captains of the side, but they just like hang out outside of footy and stuff. It's like, well, what's the point? Like Cripps, okay. Cripps is obviously from WA. But to call him like a WA boy right now, he hasn't been there in ages. he has not, he's never like requested a trade there. Obviously, there's always been stuff about like, oh, maybe we'll go to West Coast eventually one day. But like, he's the Carlton captain. Like
he literally plays in the navy blue.
That's what I'm saying. He, in my mind, has no correlation to WA in the fucking slightest. He literally captains a Victorian team. Like, that's the bit that just like burns my brain. And like Tom Barras, who just got the fuck out of that state because he was like, I don't want to play footy here anymore. And now he's like, yeah, I'm representing WA. Like, no, you're not. Like, you don't care. You don't give a shit, Tom Barras. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I can't wait for like, oh, yeah, we're pumping this up. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be like, we're going to have to actually put like an MA 15 plus on this type of thing. That's how gruesome it's going to be. But then we'll be like seeing TikToks about them doing dances in the change rooms or, oh, what's your favorite state of origin memory? I'm like, this one.
Yeah. I think it's so funny. I just like, it's just, it doesn't really exist in terms of like the state love. Like obviously there's love for your state, but like Tom Barras did everything he could to not play there anymore. Like it's just, it's so manufactured, but it's okay. I think it'll be fun. I think I'll see like a Saints player named and I'll be like, hell yeah. Like good shit.
Hell yeah. I'll have to work.
Oh,
Well, that's my Wednesday night sorted.
I actually don't even know if we'll have a player named. Our best players are from fucking Adelaide. Can't wait for SA versus WA. That'll be good. Wilkes and Naz running around the field.
Yeah. SA announced their Guernsey and their captains Yochi.
They're just wearing a Saints jumper.
Oh, Horn Francis is playing. Oh, what a shame. Chase Burgoyne, welcome aboard. Speaking of drafting players, we've got the draft this week.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering, like, oh, drafts in 3 days, or when you're watching this, it's like, oh, drafts in 2 days. You guys aren't really talking about the draft. Just think about the teams that we support and the draft hands that our teams are currently offering.
We're literally the equivalent of what 6'7" would be, but it's 49.50. Like, we're literally Port Adelaide and St Kilda are that far back in the draft that we might be taking players on Sunday afternoon. Like, you will be sitting there and you're like, oh, cool, Richmond got like pick 3, and then like, oh, Adelaide's picked 9, and Carlton picked 8 or whatever, and our father son's academies. He played for his dad's sister's team, and he married the other guy, and this bloke is brother's cousin's sister's brother-in-law, and we get to pick 85 and pick 86. St Kilda and Port Adelaide come onto the stage. Everyone else has exited the room. And it's like, who do you pick? Well, actually, we're just going to rookie elevate.
Yeah. How do you think about my Anthony Caminiti rookie elevation, big boy?
What would you like about this, Harrison Ram?
Got that one, fellas. Yeah.
Tommy Cochran. Well, Dougie's coming next year. You can get your name read out again.
That is literally what it's going to be. I'm almost certain of it. We're just going to be like, yeah, it's fucking Caminiti's already been announced, but it's just like, yeah, Anthony Caminiti rookie.
We have 3 picks, and it's generally the 3 rookie elevations. I've seen like murmurs and stuff. Oh, well, they will come in. You'll have that pick 162 come into like 80, and you'll be able to pick someone. And I'm like, well, we might, but also, we might, but also, there's Jack Watkins going to possibly be as a rookie elevated rookie pick, and also Jaden Stevenson might just come in and take a spot as an SSP. So, who knows?
Great. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody. I don't know any draft hands or who we're even.
Well, there's another Dersma.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know. Obviously, yeah, he's up the top. Who's meant to be really, really good. Obviously, Cooper Duff Tytler is a West Coast guy. What I did actually see is the West Coast have scared Carlton into trading out of their pick 9 because, like they've literally bullied him out of into trading it because they're like, we're going to bid on Harry Dean and we're going to make you fucking pay for it. So that is actually kind of something that's pretty interesting. Is West Coast have fucking put the foot down and said, nah, we are bidding on this guy. Stiff fucking tits, mate. Get your pick 9 and piss off. So it's going to be very interesting.
I find it very funny. It's like, oh, well, we'll beat up on the little clubs when it comes to the trade period. When it comes to draft night, those little clubs have those picks.
Oh, they know what they're doing, don't
they? You think you're going to take pick 9 with a top 2 player? You scrandy little bastards. You're gonna bid on that one, aren't you?
West Coast have been one of the worst teams I've ever seen for the last 5 years, but God, draft night, they're good.
Oh, they're the most entertaining because they're always going to have a top 5 pick. And I reckon every pick, barring Harley Reid, they've probably bid on a Brisbane or a Gold Coast or a Sydney Academy player.
Bid on a fucking, like a Jed Walter, and they've just had to comment. And then they take whoever's next. They take your fucking Elijah Hewitt. And they take fucking...
I love Elijah Hewitt.
Like they take their other guys that they didn't originally want. It's hilarious. It's also really funny, like North Melbourne. I love watching North Melbourne on draft night because they always manage to fuck it up every single time.
Last year, trading out their future first.
They're the rare example of a bad team that comes into a draft and you still get to laugh at them. You still get to be like, lol, what are you doing?
And with pick 12, we will rookie elevate Jack Darling.
And you're like, what are you fucking doing?
This is no laughing matter. We're actually doing it. I'm really looking forward to. You might have North stuff up their draft and West Coast get prickly. I'm looking forward to Kevin Sheehan describing every player the same. He's a good pickup. He's got great speed out of the contest. Really good with his hands. He knows his way through traffic. And he's a great pickup. He's a player that suits the club that's picked.
Yeah,
and it should be fair.
He's ready for AFL level. That's what it is every time. They have never ever once said about a draft pick that they're not ready for AFL level. Every single time it's he'll really suit the club program. Fucking Willie. It's an 18-year-old kid. He just graduated. You don't know that.
Yeah. And they'll ask the questions. How does it feel to be drafted? Well, pretty fucking good, I'd assume.
I imagine it'd be pretty nice. You've just been set up.
No, actually pretty shit. They stuffed my name up and they only have cordials here for some reason. I'm 18.
They're never going to be. Yeah. Imagine if they came out. It's like, oh, Willem Dersma, how do you feel? You're officially a member of the West Coast Eagles. How does it feel to be able to get your jumper? Man, I fucking hate this team. I don't know why I'm here. I'm going to request a trade in 2 years anyway. Like, this is just fucking like.
Well, actually, I'm not happy about it. Oh, 100%. I'm actually getting traded, basically, away from my family. We're all congregating at Essendon, and I'm actually, it's not fun, but
I'll see you in a couple of years.
I'll see how we go. Oh, I'll get to play with Harley Reid at least, and we might come together. So it's all good. I miss the days where, like, the people, like, you would say, oh, the parents are upset, visibly upset. And there was a couple over the years. And
I was going to say the closest we've ever had to it is the Tanner Bruin Giants, where he stands up off the table and he looks like someone just shot his dog. Like he looked fucking miserable, and it was like, oh my fucking god!
I think it was, Ollie Wines did not like the fact that he was drafted at Port. His mum,
Ollie Henry, was the same to Collingwood as well. Fucking hated it. Did not want to be there. Yeah.
Trav Boak's mum, Chicky, absolutely hated. Oh, he'll be back in 2 years.
Fantastic. My
So if
favorite
there's
shit.
any bit of advice for the draftees out there that probably not watching, but if you are,
Just put a smile on. Just
smile, be stupid sexy on the draft night, and remember, you're doing better than both of us, and we only dreamt about it when we were playing AFL Live Premiership 2007 on the PS2. So you're all good.
and for that 2 weeks that I was in the youth squad for Sandy Dragons before I got cut, because not because I was injured or anything like that. I didn't have a bad hamstring or a bad knee. I was just bad.
And for me being in the Norwood Academy for half a season, and not that I had any wrongdoing, my talent and ability was fantastic. I just had a shoulder that was popped out. Unfortunately, I had to pop out of the squad. So the dreams are there to be fulfilled. It's just a matter of not fulfilling them. And
you did it, draftee. So good on you.
Congratulations. And if all else fails, find your best mate and start a podcast.
Perfect words of advice.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's our advice for those. Well, that's probably going to be a clip this week.
Incredible. No, I'm actually looking forward to the draft, as I was speaking about before. I'm going to be there on Wednesday. Probably not doing much. I'll probably be there just sitting around, which I think I'm more excited to do that than the day after I actually have to work. I'm pretty keen to just sit there and do a bit of this one and just be like, good pick. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be really good fun. Because like you said, we're not picking till...
Not bad.
We're not picking till
That
Sunday.
was a bit of a shock.
So I'm looking forward to just being able to sit there, and then when it hits whatever time the draft ends and we haven't done anything, and I go, right, I'm going home.
Well, this is a long drive.
Got to get home now. Fuck. Anyway.
Refresh. Looking
forward to text. What are we picking?
Looking forward to getting the text. I'm like, well, dinner was good.
They were actually serving beers. That was all right.
I had Uber home. Jared's the first ever social media coordinator get pissed at the draft.
I'm going to make a scene. It's going to be fun.
Well, Tanner Bruin wasn't happy, but Jared was.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. So we'll see how it goes, but good luck to all the draftees coming out. And yeah, like I've said before, I'm not across this draft very well at all. Was really across last year's draft. This year, I know, like the top 5 and a few of the other guys rolling through, and that's about all I got.
It's a bit of this period we talk about, the November of football, where a lot happens. And I can summarize this. It's the euphoric feeling of the excitement of a new year coming in. You get your fixture released and you get to have a look and see where you're playing, who you're playing, you're eyeing off games, and you get to put it in your calendars, and it's very exciting. You're in the middle of the training period where the young kids start coming. You see the differences in body shapes, and players who are fit. You get the excitement of a new coach, perhaps, or you're able to sit there and just enjoy the training pictures because there's a glimmer of footy left and to come, and it's going to be exciting. And then you get to draft night, and like, right, what kids are we going to be drafting? It's exciting because you get to see.
God, is this going to be
the next? Yeah, is this going to be my favorite player for the next 20 years? It's the excitement levels of it all. It gets to November, and it's just. November is a very underrated period. We talk about November chat in the last episode, and this one, it just feels compelling. It's a full coming together of the AFL world, and it pummels all over the top of the AFLW. because I didn't realise that there was 2 finals played on the Saturday, and one of them was at 12:05.
Yep. So the AFLW finals was on this weekend. Not that the AFL gave literally any shits ever. And the week before as well, when they announced wildcard round in the fucking middle of Adelaide versus St Kilda, in the middle of the game. Didn't want to wait 25 minutes. Just went, nah, now.
The contradictory of that is people complaining and so forth about announcing the fixtures and stuff. It's been done for many, many years. That we
Fixture's fine. Fixture's fine. Cool with that. That's completely okay.
people be like, "Oh, we can't wait a few weeks to December," and I'm like, "Shut up!
No, people
You
need to
need
be-
as early as time as possible."
Yeah.
And you know how hard it is to make a fixture. Like I
I
sympathise in
know.
that aspect.
That is completely fair enough. Fixture coming out during the week, that's fine. Came out on a Thursday. So fine. There wasn't any games of footy on. Wildcard round announcement, that was some bullshit.
I'm pretty sure opening round was in and around as well.
That's some fucking bullshit. So,
But also the fact that these two finals were played, and congratulations to Carlton, by the way, they are flying. And honestly, they could be a little bit of it.
I actually had this little thing of like, I had this epiphany. I was watching like a bit of the Carlton game. I was watching a tiny bit, and I was like, just imagine it gets to grand final today, and everyone's like, "No, North's just got this in the bag." But Carlton have good fast starts, and it's like Carlton kick like 4 of the first 5, and it's like, hang on, it's like everyone just goes, "Stop, hold."
Just take a breath. But the other thing as well is like, why are they playing Adelaide Melbourne, which was actually a great game of footy? I watched the highlights, and I was like, this is a great game of footy. Why are we playing it not on a Friday night? You know, we talk about fixtures and everything and globalizing Friday night footy. We don't even have one for a final for the AFLW.
Well, so they had like a really weird setup. Obviously, both games were at Icon Park, but it wasn't close enough to be like a back-to-back doubleheader. An awkward length apart kind of thing, which kind of was a weird way to navigate it and everything like that. I actually think it would have worked better if it was a doubleheader. Fit fans of all 4 teams at the same time. And it would have been and bump the crowd as well. So either put the games close or do 2 separate nights, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, but also I think the AFL were like, actually, we want people to go to the Sandown 500 down the road.
Or to talk about fucking fixtures for another day or whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's funny, eh? The AFL started posting graphics and stuff of, you know, oh, we got Anzac round. Oh, there's Easter. Oh, there's Friday nights. Oh, just filtering through. It was very funny. But it's been a big couple of weeks and it just gets excited, you know?
We've had plenty to chat about, which has been nice. Like you're absolutely right. We always make fun of November footy and talk about November chat and stuff. But this is like the time I think, like I said, it's probably the time I'm most excited to be a footy fan because, like you said, it's the seeing the guys come through, seeing the new faces, the new recruits and stuff, and you're like, oh, this is nice. This is good to see. So I enjoy this time of year, and I'm looking forward to it.
One final thing before we close it out. When we talk about fixtures, fixtures are the dominating factor. Give us your top 3 fixture reveals. Non-St Kilda.
That's fine. I don't think I would have put ours in there anyway.
I know, but well, that's just insulting to you, isn't it?
And I made the fucking thing. I don't think I would have put it in there.
I don't even do biases. Just thought of it. Well done, Alex Taru, by the way. Very nicely. I love how some clubs change their logos because of it too. So
yeah, the Giants did that, which was really funny. Sydney rated their logo. I thought it was terrible. But it was funny. Alex was a great sport about it. So I do appreciate that. I spoke to him and he was like, that was a really funny video. I was like, thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
I was really hoping he drew a pair, and if he did that, I would have made it my channel logo.
That would have been a really good idea.
Can you get him to do that for me? That'd be cool.
Do it again, kind of thing.
Yeah. Can you draw a pair?
I've taken all the drawings, like all 17 teams, and I've just like laid them out across the desk. And whenever I see him upstairs next, I'm going to get him to sign them all. and I've got like a Collingwood fan next to you, so I gave him the Collingwood one, and I'm like, there you go, it's an Alex Taru original, and like I'm like getting them out across the office. It's pretty good.
They're just like one of one.
It's one of one. It's a one of one Alex Taru drawing. So, worth a bit. No, top 3 fixture reveals. Obviously, like I said, in the Stupid Sexy, Freo, fantastic. Loved everything that Freo did. Thought it was really, really funny. Number 2 was Port Adelaide for the sheer, they put in so much effort into that. They put in the work into that one, which I thought was incredible. And all the little mentions and things like that through all were very, very funny. And one that was kind of like the St Kilda one, and like it's been done before, and everything like that. But I think it was executed really well. It was the Carlton one, whereas the songs for each round and stuff like that been done before, was done last year and everything. But just they did it really nicely. Like just the songs they chose and everything like that. The one with Collingwood was hilarious, where it was just like, I hate you so much. I laughed. I was like, that's really funny. So yeah, I thought Carlton's was pretty good too. But yeah, I don't know. What are your three?
West Coast, Adelaide, and Collingwood.
Because they either did them really late or not at all.
Do you know, it's generally so fucking funny to me that you've had, three of the biggest clubs in terms of fans and everything in the league, and they've gone, no, well, what do we have to do that for?
Collingwood, the respect I have for Collingwood, like West Coast and Adelaide, they released it a bit later because they probably were like, oh, we probably should have done it or whatever, or they just had forgotten to, whatever the case may be. The balls on Collingwood to just be like, no.
We're a serious club, and we're not doing that.
That's exactly what it was. It was just like, fuck off. I don't want to do it.
You could have had Scott Pendlebury sit there and just, read out the full fixture, but he's played 577 games. He could have done a memory of each single team,
Yeah. Hilarious.
My actual three, Port was one. I generally think if you go to that amount of effort and you've got,
you earned it.
you deserve number one, and the sly little drive-bys to Dan Does Hoodie and the Gold Coast and Zach Merritt in the change room was very, very funny. Two was Fremantle. I think if you do something that's on topic, prestige. Number three, I thought was the Gold Coast Suns.
That was pretty good. That was entertaining. That was an entertaining video to watch.
Like, a couple of players going on a roller coaster and they're going to read out the fixture. It's like, I would have shat myself.
Yeah, it was just that's another thing where it's like they really lent into like the area. They lent into like they knew what they were doing. And I thought it was very, very funny. They did a good job with that, which was really good.
I have just come up with what the GT version of a fixture reveal would be. And this is a great way to end the episode. Right. You know how sometimes we get the idea when we're drinking to be like, oh, hi, my name's Anthony and this is my first drink. Beer. Hi, my name's Anthony and we play Collingwood round 1. And then by the time you get to round 24, you have to see how it's going.
I love that. That's incredible.
Hi, I'm Jared and Anthony and we're playing Glass Table in round 25.
That's a great idea. That's actually an unbelievable idea.
Yep. And we won't see the light.
Not if they keep extending the rounds, like I said. 38 rounds. 38.
Imagine the wild card round. Shots. Opening round. Oh, dinner in a pub. Where are you going for opening round? Pub. Round 24, you're at the Slaps or a place that can't be disclosed on a podcast.